Please don't
Well,
do
I
that.
don't know how to.
One call.
Okay.
I'll get back to it later. Anyway, good morning, evening. What are you doing?
Well, I'm talking to you, and it's 11:01. I finally got you. I kept calling until I got you.
Yeah, don't call me like that. I will call you back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't call 100 times. It doesn't make me answer quicker.
Uh-huh.
One call.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's better to send text. Anyway, go ahead. What's up? What are you doing? How's life?
I'm up talking to you, and I just want to know what I could do to uh, get you here quicker, or do I come to the city booth, or do I stay here in Florida?
Yeah, right now, it's summertime. I'm working. I'm just now updated my visas. I haven't traveled or have a plan or a date, and I don't have an answer.
Uh-huh.
You don't need to go to Cebu. What are you going to do there?
I'll be there anytime you want. I can go anytime.
But why? Why do you want to go there?
Well, I thought maybe you wanted to meet you in Cebu, or if I can come to your house.
Yes, but remember, we've talked about this. Somebody has to bring you. You can't travel alone
I don't know why.
because you have a little bit of dementia and you forget where you're going and what you're doing. That's why.
Who would bring me? Nobody. I don't know if anybody would bring me.
Yeah, the plan was next time I came to US, I would bring you back.
Okay. Then would you like to me to come to Cebu? I could come to Cebu. Whatever you want to do, I'll do.
Yeah, Cebu is the least of our things.
All right. You could come to Florida, right?
Yeah, that's what we've talked about.
Okay. Then I'll just wait until you arrive.
Yes. You're
And
living, aren't you happy in Florida, living a comfortable life?
huh?
Everything's good in Florida, right? Okay.
Uh-huh. All right, then I'll just wait till I hear from you, and you got Sonya that you can talk to her. You know, or my brother, and you know, I think that I'm right down here, and I live in the house, and he can go. He can
Are you still using your computer?
uh, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just asking, are you still using your computer?
Well, I don't know what's working at all.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what do you
You
what
know.
have you been what are you doing every day? Still running around on your bicycle?
Oh yes, I rode on the bicycle everywhere. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's a good transportation gets me back, and I go to lunch and everything all day long. Uh-huh.
There you go.
And
That's nice.
yeah, in fact, I go everywhere on the bike. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
But
good.
there's a girl who lives here with me, but not my room. She got her own room, but she's here. Teresa's her name.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll be glad to go wherever you tell me to go. Otherwise, I'll just stay here at the house, and you call me day or night. I can come home. It may be equally 11 o'clock. Right now, it's 11:05.
Yeah, now it's just now here, 5 in the morning or 6. I'm just getting up.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good. Uh-huh. Yeah. Should I call you later to, like, say, uh, 11 o'clock, or well, I don't even know what time it is your time.
Yeah, all you have to do is ask anybody what is the time in Saudi Arabia. And they'll tell you.
Uh-huh.
That's it. You got a computer, you could look it up. Anyway, we'll work it out.
Well, anyway, if you have trouble getting me, remember I'm here waiting, and when you come, I'll be here.
All right, Dad. All right, have a good sleep. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, then. I'll just wait to hear from you.
All right, bye, Dad.
Bye. I love you.
Oh my God. What's up? I was doing another YouTube broadcast, and my father, he has dementia and he comes and goes. So he gets hyper focused on calling me and he won't freaking stop. And he'll just sit there and press the phone over and over again. And then when you try to call him back, it goes right to voicemail. So anyway, I got a hold of him again. All he's doing, my father's my dad, but he's an old manipulating playboy. He's just trying to get his ass over to the Philippines. We've told him he can't travel. Last time he tried to travel to Denver to visit my brother, he had a problem, got lost. Some lady found him and called my brother so he could go home. He's just old horn dog. He's in his 80s and he's still a player. He's doing his best to get his ass back over and roam around the Philippines. He don't need to be there. He's an old player, smooth dog, bullshit talking old dude. He's in his mid 80s, and that's how he is. He getting near 90, and he's a liar. But he's been that way even before dementia. Whenever he talks, you don't listen to what he says, but you have to listen to his motives. He's always been like that. His only thing, I don't need no more siblings. Yeah, he's just the way he is. He's been like that for many years. I don't even see how my mother stayed married to him so long. He's he's just off the charts when it comes to that. He's really off the chart. Dealing with very elderly parents with dementia is problem. And then you have to add on my dad has dementia and he's a playboy. He's a player. And these third world people, he'd get over and be in them girls' shorts before you can say hello. He ain't got no problem. He's in his late 80s. He can still talk the underwear off about any gal. I I don't even want to go into the details. He's a player. Still, on his last breath, it'll be in some girl's room somewhere. Used car salesman for the church. He's incredible. He's just the way he is. I bet oh my God, he's such a player. He's off the chart. He won't stop. And it's not that he just talks, he takes action. He can convince 20 to 30-year-old girl, any of that talent get passed to you. I have no problem talking to ladies anytime, but I'm not a player. I'm married and happy. He's a one dead up player. That's his style. I have no problem talking to anybody about anything. But the way he does it, I don't like. Everybody has a style on how they approach and how men be men or whatever you want to call it. And he just does the hushy dushy, everything's about you bullshit. That's my dad's style. His style is to convince whoever he's trying to capture, whatever girl he's trying to get the attention of, So that every time he talks, he's subtly mentioning and throwing out innuendos that everything is about you. And you're what's important. I'm here for you. And he throws that out every which way but loose. Yeah, I'm worried about your happiness, not my happiness. He got it down flat. He's really good at it. Anyway, it's freaking crazy. Most people and most older people with children, they want the grandparents to have a little old house and drive around in an old Buick. Not my dad. He lives in Florida, wants to get on a jet and fly to Asia and spread his seed. Different type feeling. I wonder what it's like to have an old feeble parent. Mine's a player. I don't know what it'd be like to have an old feeble father. Mine's just hell. My dad's past his mid 80s and he's still a player with action, not just talking. All right, the comments have stopped here. Are we still here? Test. Oh, it came up. Okay. My dad's more exciting. Walaikum salam, Miss Yosi. It's not very exciting. It's kind of crazy. He's been trying all sorts of BS innuendo things, trying to get, oh, where are you? I'm just here waiting. I'll come with you. I told him he needs to stay in Florida. He don't want to hear it. He's always throwing out shit. We have to have the same discussion every time I talk to him. Florida don't do that to you. He's been that way for years. You must have lots of half siblings from all over the world. There's a possibility. It's funny at the same time impressive that he's still doing all that. He's still doing. He ain't lost it. He's still a player with no holding back. He finally calling, and I just answered the phone. Finally talked to him. He wouldn't stop. It's over and over and over and over. I just told him stop calling me 100 times. He don't want to listen to that. Yeah, he's an ornery old bastard. He's having a hell of a life, nonstop. He'll never stop. That's his style. He is a nonstop player till the day he goes. Here's something I have a problem with. Hold on, let me adjust my camera. I have questions for people. Okay, let's go. I'm going to ask some religious type questions. Maybe there's some of y'all who have some, maybe you have faith in God and all. But I have a question. Let's say a person was a good person and they were all right. And then they got old, they got dementia, and they started doing crazy shit. Now they're going to go to heaven on a judgment day before God. What do you do? How, does God come at them people with dementia? How does that work? There's a lot of things when you believe that don't make sense. And if you think about judging somebody with dementia, now how are you going to do that in any righteous world? How are you going to take a person who's lost their mind and has dementia and you're going to put them up to pearly gates? And then you're going to go ahead and judge them. How does that work? How do you do that? When is that weird? Think about it. How does that work? I don't understand. There's a lot of religious anomalies that I don't understand. And the technical part is hard. I think our God is understanding and loving, and He knows. I hope so. In a past life, all that is no longer there, no sickness in heaven. Okay, you'll be not sick, but you still may have did a lot of dumb shit during your dementia stages. I don't know. I get confused. I don't understand how all that ties together personally. Yeah, my sister really, she goes over and deals with the nonsense all the time. If my sister wasn't helping him out, I don't know what he'd do. That means you'll have hair again. I don't think you should worry about the old hair. Embrace your baldness. It's sexy. It ain't gonna hurt you. Ooh, I just figured out the damn problem. You know why we had no audio on the last call? This fell onto the floor open and activated the Bluetooth microphone. That's why we had no signal earlier. I didn't even notice that this fell off and the damn Bluetooth box opened up and became activated. Allah is merciful and dementia is an illness. It's not his fault. All right. The last broadcast, I couldn't figure out why I had no audio, and it turns out the Bluetooth headset fell down and opened up and activated itself. Now I know. Couldn't figure out how to fix the audio. Anyway, hallelujah. What time? It's 6 o'clock. I don't have to be to work. I'm up 2 hours before I even have to leave the house. I'm up early this morning. I've already had my garlic, boiled eggs, and my apple cider vinegar. I'm trying to get my body restructured. The restructure of Randy Horton. Zach, bunch of nonsense every day. Wearing me out in the morning, starting at 5 o'clock. Do I miss the camels? Yeah, it's kind of cool to go out there. It's peaceful. But summertime is not a time to be out there. Ooh, I had a lot of mental anguish this morning. I woke up to just all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. Ah, the situation is both with my mother and father. I had tried for years to get my mother to go live with my family, and she wants to live in her apartment with her dumbass little dog. Previously, I tried to get my dad, and I have rented houses for him, and I have put him in my house, and I have rented the house next to me so he can be next to me. And he always runs away, always has a problem, always leaves me hanging, and always puts me in a bad position. And it's been like that for about a decade. So my father's my father. I'm lucky to have him, but at the end of the day, for the past decade, I have dealt with a lot of BS, and I still suffer from his history of 10 years of BS. I had a house that I just left empty so he could stay in at any time he wanted. I go to set at my house on a vacation, and he's in there, got a girl living with him, running around like he's on Playboy on fire. You're at your house, you wake up, and there's a strange girl in your kitchen cooking breakfast. She's about 27 years old. And what the, how would you like to get up in the morning, go to the kitchen, some young girl in there, hi, I met your dad. Okay, well, that's great. I met your dad. Well, welcome to the house. The things I've had to deal with for the past decade, no man should have to deal with. At least he's not feeble and handicapped. He still rides a bicycle every day, by the way. He has one of them three-wheel bicycles. He's up there every morning at 6, driving it down around West Palm Beach, Florida. Prince, good morning. So he's still driving a bicycle every day. He's still active. Morning, Chris Tech. I had a few other videos. Yeah, I woke up real early this morning. I was trying to do a broadcast. My father got in that obsessive compulsive calling me and disconnected all my internet. I finally fixed it. He just wouldn't stop. Unrelentless calling. I know one day I'll be sad. He'll pass away and we'll talk about his memories. Currently, he saw it. Didn't he say your dad gal living with him? The girl living with him is not living with him. She's a girl that my sister hired to watch my father. She's not even, she's in her 40s. She's like a caregiver to keep track of his ass to make sure he don't destroy the planet. She's there to make sure he don't destroy the planet. That's it. She's there trying to keep dibs on it. She ain't living with him. She's a damn caretaker. She's not even a concubine. She's just some old weirdo gal. That's all. Oh boy. I had to clear all the old comments out with my father. Yeah, she's there to keep him on track because he's crazy. He'd have about 800 homeless ladies living with him if he'd let him. He's always got something going on. He's smooth talking to everybody. And you got to remember, he lives in a very high price upscale area. And there's people wandering there through that area all the time, trying to figure out how to live and trying to figure out how to hook up with some old, what's that called? An old man that takes care of your bills. They have a name. What is that called? If there's no somebody, what's the name for an old man to take care of your ladies? Sugar daddy. There's all sorts of ladies looking for a sugar daddy. It's a common thing. For poor, uneducated, sugar daddy is the way they look for. They looking for him all the time. Sugar daddy, that's the word. And he's good at making himself as a sugar daddy. He lives in a very prominent, a very nice area. My sister owns has an extra condo there. Sugar daddy, we got. Anyway, he's a professional sugar daddy. Take his money. My sister took his bank money, his ATM cards and everything, uh, about 2, 3 months ago. So now she just gives him money as he needs it. So if not, he'd give all his money away. He's crazy. After he gives somebody $4,000, they took his over his bank account now, and he gave it to some girl, but he won't tell anyone. He'll lie till he dies, not to tell you what he did with his money. So my sister took over his money just a few months ago. He don't spend no money, very little, a few $100s a month going to McDonald's and roaming around. She gave him the house, so she had to take over his money. If not, he'd give it away. He's on Social Security and he saved up 20, $30,000 because he don't spend no money. And his health care is free because he was in the Navy. He has excellent Navy health care. So he's got free health care, free house. He don't really use any money. And then every month he goes for his checkups. And the VA is a criminal organization. He probably gave it to a Nigerian boy pretending to be a girl. Yeah, he's easily conned. People can play with him. The players get played when they get old. People take advantage. Yeah, they do. A couple people took advantage already in the past. That's why he no longer has control of his money. He can't have money. His twin brother's not a player, but he gave his money away to some fake orphanage in Africa. He gave away like $80,000. I'm surprised his wife didn't kill him. My uncle gave away $80,000 to some scammer in Africa. Yeah, my dad. Oh, by the way, the Navy, every time you go for your checkup, they give my dad Viagra without asking. They give them 4 or 5 pills a month. They give it to them. And my dad's twin brother he gave his money away. He's the opposite of my dad. He's a preacher. Yeah, we're doing the best we can do. It's like dealing with your dad who happens to be also a player devil dude. It's hardcore. It's a lot of work. Oh, freaking amazing the amount of stuff you have to go through. Whoever controls how our system is in America ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Really. It's so immoral. I guess the people at Pfizer paid the government and made a contract to give away Viagra and the government pays for it. These old dudes don't need that crap. Leave them alone. Filthy bastards. Pfizer is the #1 criminal organization that works with all your congressmen and congress ladies. What a bunch of criminals. 100% criminal organization. Milking the American tax dollars. With Viagra, they'll scam you out of anything. Money. Oh, well, that's a nice way to start your day. I wonder how come he got on that focused on me today. He gets focused on these things, hyper focused. With his dementia, they don't make any new memories. Only their old memories are right up here. And whenever you say something to them with reality, then they realize it and they say, "Oh, I have to tell him every phone call. Remember, you have some dementia and you can't travel because you're not able to." He accepts it and doesn't freak out. I have to explain to him where he's at in his life, where his brain and thought patterns are, and then we start the conversation again. So every conversation starts out about the same way. I have to remind him who he is, where he's at, what's going on, and what's going on in today's time and age, because he's stuck in the past. He's really stuck in the past. His older brother's normal. Believe it or not, John has an older brother who's still alive in his 90s. Yeah, my dad has an older brother who's still alive. and he's still doing fine. Imagine you're in your eight 80s and your brother's still there hanging out. Oh, so he even has an older brother alive. He got a twin and an older brother all alive, all doing well. Uh, Carl, quit. My mind's spinning this morning dealing with all this nonsense. Uh, My grandmother died because she prayed for God to take her away. I've already told that story. My grandmother passed 100 and she just told God she'd had enough. She was tired and wanted to come home. She decided at 100 that she was going to go ahead and pass away. It wasn't life that took her. It was her mental decision decided that I had enough. But grandmother on my mom's side was the old lady who took all the other old ladies to church every Sunday. And she was drove like a bat out of hell for 90 years. I hated going with my grandma. It used to scare the hell out of me. She drove wide open everywhere she went. She never let off the throttle. You get with my grandmother, she's in her 80s and she would drive, she'd be wide open, just giving her hell. She never let off the gas. Hell, she'd travel hours and hours, go on road trips. It was crazy. Oh, grandma can drive. I'll call my sister to do another health check on my dad, see what's up, get him out of his mental tangent about traveling. I could see him in the Philippines. I think he'd end up in prison or he just wouldn't know what to do. He went back to the Philippines again, he would cause more havoc and so much trouble. Joe's dealing with his mother who's handicapped. I'm dealing with a father who's a player. Everybody has to deal with something. Joe's is, I think, easier. Mine's really hard. Joe's dealing with medical and health issues. I'm dealing with yeah, that would never be a good idea. He can't be traveling around the world no more. When he lived in Saudi Arabia, his life was actually the best it had ever been. His best friend was an imam. For you who don't know, that's a Islamic preacher. And he hung out with his imam every day, and every night he'd go and sit around at the Magellas, and they'd all talk and drink tea and chit chat. So he hung out for 5 years with the imam in Kobar from Akrabia Mosque. And that was the time where he was the most normal. I wonder if I wish I could remember the name of his old friend. I'd like to see if he's still around. Pop did really well when he was hanging out with the imam. If you lived in Saudi Arabia, my best friend would be a camel. Yeah. Anyway, his friend was good old imam dude. Man, they hung out all the time, sat around and chat. And my dad would speak at the mosque occasionally, and they just had a normal life. The problem is he outlived all his friends. That's another thing that's happened. He's outlived all his friends. All his friends are gone. He's outlived them all. He has one friend alive. I may try to get a hold of him. My dad's in his late 80s. Yeah, he's in his late 80s. My grandparents are 92 and they say the same thing. Everyone they were friends with is dead. It happens. Yeah, when you get really old, most of your friends are dead. Hell, I'm only 59. Half my friends died. I had a lot of friends who died. They all start trickling away slowly. You wake up every week, you see a message somebody died. Every few days, you see a message somebody you knew done died. It's amazing how many people don't live to be 50, not alone 60, 70, 80, and 90. A lot of people die from the damnedest thing. People die young. A lot of people. A lot of people take life for granted. They die young. So living older is actually a luxury and it's a blessing. A lot of people don't make it to old age. If you look around, there's a lot of folks that didn't make it for one thing or another. And that's just natural causes, not alone accidents and everything else that can happen. Well, whew, my body's settling into my breakfast. I'm sitting there going, ugh. I had my garlic and eggs and my vinegar, and wow, I tell you what, it's a Kickstarter. I got to order something online today. Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to get this off of my iPad. My iPad case broke. I ordered this was supposed to be a kickstand from China, Alibaba. They sent me a disc that's about the size of a damn tricycle wheel. Look how thick it is. You put it on, you pull it out. It's a kickstand. But the damn thing is humongous. Look how big that is. It's bigger than my iPad. That's ridiculous. I need to order a case that has it regular, something regular. Yeah, it does the job. See, you put it here, you pull it out, and then also it that way you can turn it anyway to hold your iPad up. It does the job, but it's humongous. It's not like it showed in the pictures. I hate buying crap from Alibaba. I always get some kind of crap with it. I need to get it off, and I don't want to tear up the iPad. I don't know how I'm going to take it off. It ain't never going to come off. I have to get some oil or something to get it off. I don't know how I'm going to take it off. They didn't name Alibaba 40 Thieves or nothing. I don't know because Alibaba is junk. Yeah, it is. Well, that part came off, but that part didn't. Huh. How am I going to get this off of my alcohol? I don't have no alcohol. I don't know what I'm going to do to get this off. I don't anything to really get it off. I got an idea. I have a piece of plastic. Let me see if I can get this plastic up under here. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. Big, strongest sticker in the world. Hmm. Can you believe this? Oh my God. Oh, holy moly, that was hot. Um, Gear stuff in the world. This is the ultimate grip tape. I ruined a card. But it's not a real card. Look at this stuff. This stuff here is unfreaking believable. This is the stickiest of the sticky. Boy, you can't buy glue like that. Only when you don't want it. If you bought that to hold something, it would fall off in 1 minute. But when you don't want it on there, you can't get it off. That was freaking unbelievable to get off. Jesus Christ. Utter BS is what that is. This is the iPad I use in my boat. This is my navigation iPad. Actually, this iPad stand I bought at Jareer Bookstore. Check this out. This is from Jareer Bookstore. This thing weighs like 3 or 4 pounds. And it goes here. This is an amazing little stand. You can flip it, turn it, move it. This little stand was at your rear. And if you're going to use this somewhere like in a boat or a car, it's got a foot stand that you can glue to the table that this slides into so it won't come off. Amazing. Using that primarily for navigation. No, I don't use this for PUBG. This is my boat navigation. I quit using it for PUBG. My PUBG tablet is completely different. My PUBG tablet, this is my PUBG tablet. This is that gaming tablet. This is a Red Magic professional gaming tablet. This is my gaming tablet. This is for actual gaming. This is a Red Magic Pro gaming tablet, just made for gaming. This is a beast. Need to wash the screen. It's just for gaming. I'm cleaning it up because I gamed with it last night for a few hours. Got fingerprints all over it. I need to get off. All right. These are missed a spot. I'm looking. I don't like to touch my tablet when I game. So when I'm gaming, as you know, I use these gloves so I don't touch my tablet. These are for gaming. That way I don't touch my tablet screen or anything. This is what I use for gaming. These are gaming gloves. That way I don't touch it. One thing I hate is dirty phone or tablet. Yeah, I'm very picky about keeping myself clean. Use a controller so I don't touch the screen. That's good. I don't like the controller. I have the Steam Deck, but I don't use it because I don't like the feeling of a controller. So I don't use my Steam Deck. I will sell it. So I use a controller. Oh, I'm reading that shit again. All right, hold on just a second. I can't believe we got that sticker on. Right. For about 1 year, I have been using the Motorola flip phone. This Motorola flip phone has been my go to phone for over a year now. I had been suffering a little bit with this phone. And then yesterday, I was saying I'm tired of this, and I took off the screen protector. Now, without the screen protector, this phone is much better. The screen protector was making the phone hard to use, but this has been my go-to phone for a year. I would have to say, out of all the phones and gadgets, of all the phones that I've owned, this has been the best. This Motorola folding phone has been the best all-around phone. I can't complain about this. No complaints whatsoever. What a good phone. This one has been a miracle. JW Holla. Holla, holla. All right. Well, we got off a sticker from hell today. I'm not sure what I'm going to get into today. Going to work in about an hour. Before work, we've taken care of a lot of stuff. Holla, walla, cable holla. I tell you what, there's a lot of things in life that keep you busy. You know what? I thought this was for one leg. This turns out I'll be damned. This damn thing came with a bracket, so when you're not using it, you can put it on the wall. This is a very interesting bracket. That's amazing. Anyway, one of the best products I purchased in career this year. Another good product. I get lucky every now and then to get a good product. Not always, but I get a good one sometimes. What do I like about it? What, the Motorola or the bracket? The phone closes away. It charges fast battery. It's as close to pure Android as you can get. It is dual SIM, regular SIM and eSIM. So I have an American eSIM and a regular Saudi SIM. Also, when it's opened up, it's just like it's a full size 6 point some inch screen. The touch screen and the swiping and Android 13 and a fingerprint reader. This thing is just an unbelievable beast of a phone. This is the Razor at 2022. And a lot of times you have it closed and sitting on the desk and all your messages just come on the front. It's just been a great phone. Very fast, does everything I need. It's really been good. That's the Motorola Razor 2022. It's not the new one. There's a new model out now. I don't know if it's good as the same or not, but that one was good. So it's been really nice. I've really enjoyed that phone. Not very often do I find a phone and another thing, it's Android. So I can add and play and do anything on any app. So that part's cool. Good morning. Earl wants to be part of the deal. Hello, Moto. And another thing I like about this phone, I can just throw it in my front pocket and it does not disturb me and I don't worry about breaking it. Whereas a big phone, I don't want to put them in my pockets. That's my big old fluffy bunny. Old fluff kid. Uh, you have to check it out. Yeah, they're on sale right now too at your rear. The Motorola Razr 2022, they've got them on sale at your rear for around 2,900 Rios. They used to be 4,000, so these are on sale. That's the Razr 2022, not the new Ultra 40. So it's on sale. 1,000 Rios off at your rear if you can find one. And then the carbon case, I added that. It came with a free clear case, but I've never used it. I like very thin cases, so I bought this carbon case. This carbon case has been a miracle because I like it to be light. And another thing, this phone does not overheat. When I was streaming on my other phones in the summer, they overheat in 3 to 5 minutes outside. This one does not overheat. I didn't get Earl more catnip yet. No, he don't need it. So this has been a good Motorola. I'll show you it online so you can see it. This is the phone here. The phone is the Motorola Razr. It's on sale now at your rear for 29999. That's 1,000 off. That price you divide it by 3.75, and that's how many dollars it costs. So you're looking at 700, 600, 700. I don't know how much that is. You have to use your Google Shape calculator, but that's it right there. I have found this to be the best phone I've had in probably 2, 3 years. I really like it. There's a new one out that is 3,999, and I don't really see a big upgrade except for wireless charging, but I don't use wireless charging, so it doesn't really matter. The upgraded one is that's the new one for 3,999. So they have a full 40 Ultra that's an upgrade supposedly, but it's the same GPU and CPU. You're only getting a few benefits of a bigger front screen, which you don't need it bigger than it already is. I would go with 299 myself. I noticed also at your rear that they have come out with a lot of new phones. This phone here is $300. This Realme. How does China do it? Look at that phone, Realme 11 Pro 5G is only 1,100 Rios, which is around $300. Let's make it 250 actually. And that is unbelievable phone for the money. However, I don't really have never owned a Realme product, but that's kind of an interesting price right there. There's a lot of interesting prices right now at your rear. I have actually had good luck with the Xiaomi products. The Xiaomi products have been really good. There's your little Saudi back to school. Isn't that cute? Little Saudi back to school kids. Back to school soon. Get your goods down at your rear bookstore. Isn't that cool? Good disposable phone. It may be a good disposable phone. Anyway, I love the little school kid, little girl uniform, little boy. That's cute. About school time. Thank God I got over with all that. The first few years of school for the kids is not that hard. Once they get high school and college, that's when it gets expensive. That's a good money right there. Now, let's see what colors can you get it in. That's a nice little that's a good deal for a phone. 200 some dollars. That would make you want to try a Real Me. Real Me Pro. These are mid-tier phones using the MediaTek chipset. I personally prefer Snapdragon. However, MediaTek is all right for mid-range phone. If you're just a internet consumer, they don't sell it in the U.S. A lot of things are not in America. America has a problem with China, and they're always trying to slap them around for some reason. That's a good deal for $250. Damn, let's see what's inside of this thing. It is 256 gig of memory, rear camera 100 megapixel portrait. The megapixel don't matter, it's the software that matters. Android 13 nano SIM, 2 SIM, dual SIM 5G. That's a nice phone. It's using the MediaTek. I don't know about their stuff. And the GPU is a ARM Mali, which is a good one. You know what? This may be a good buy. This may be a really good buy. That's a nice phone for $250. Jesus, that's really beautiful. It's got a leather case, gold outside. You know what? Seems to be a nice phone. That right there. If you want to spend 1,000 on a phone, reals, $250, I believe this would be what I would try. This seems like a heck of a deal. I'd probably watch a bunch of YouTube videos, try to get some kind of a truth. But these YouTube reviewers, you can't get any truth out of them. They all seem to be sponsored. They all lie. Yeah, everything's Chinese. That damn thing is not bad looking. That's very interesting. I don't like that big round camera circle on the back for me. I would have made that more subtle, like a stripe. The design has some weirdness. Well, that's not a bad deal there. That's kind of interesting. That's actually quite a good deal. You know what? That's very interesting. I don't want it though. I'm going for the Google Pixel 7a next. I'm going to give it a try. I'm not going for that. I'm going for the whoops, I pressed the wrong. How big is the screen? Let me check. Hold on. 6.7-inch display. Motorola Razr Plus is $1,000 in the US. Yeah, it's high over there. The MediaTek one is a 6.7-inch. If you're looking to only spend $200 on a phone, I would go with this one right here. 6.7-inch screen. Hold on, I'll show it to you. That's $200. 250 max. That's a good phone. 256 gigabyte of storage, 6.7-inch display. This is a buy right here. That is a good buy, and that's a good looking phone. You know what? Do the Pixel fold so I don't have to. Ryan, order two of them. I'll send you the money tonight. I want one bad, but I don't want to order it and then have somebody reship it here. I'm afraid to buy the Pixel 2, the Pixel Fold. I want one so bad. The only problem that I didn't push the button, I have been doing a lot of research on the Pixel products, and apparently their battery charging and all is not up to par. Sklit, SK Lit, what's up? So I have been learning that the Google Pixel products are a showcase for Android, and they're phenomenal and they do great things. But their batteries, they take 2 hours to charge. And nowadays, every company has high power chargers, 15 to 20 minutes. So taking an hour and a half to 2 hours to charge when you're dead, that's kind of a long time. That's a super long time. I don't know how I'm into that. That seems a little bit outrageous. I hear the battery. Yeah, that's what I hear, Ryan. The Pixels, all the Pixel products, the battery struggles. And I don't want to get into a battery struggle. Even this Chinese Realme phone, it's got like, what's the charger rating? Let's see. 67-watt charging. The most it's got on the Chinese phone is 60, and the battery is what I need. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. The battery is the most important thing on a phone, and that is their biggest struggle. Well, that's a BS right there. I don't want to carry around a battery bank all the time. The battery is the priority for me. So that kind of stops me from pushing the button on an overpriced phone, even though I love it. Samsung phone has a good fast charge. Yeah, they do. Samsung does all right. I just don't like Samsung because of bloatware, Gary. That's it. I don't want Samsung app, Samsung Pay, Samsung web browser. I don't want their bloatware. And they will not sell you a pure Android. If Samsung would do a pure Android, it would be nice if they get rid of their bloatware. You can sometimes disable their bloatware, but you can't delete it. So you have to break your phone, jailbreak it. Once you jailbreak it, it's kind of a crappy phone anyway. So I don't know. I used to, when I was younger, jailbreak all my phones, but nowadays I don't get into it. I just use whatever's available. That's another reason I really love the Motorola. It's pretty much pure Android. I don't want no Samsung bloatware. Now I have so much energy I'm about to jump out of my freaking skin. After waking up, doing the boiled egg with the garlic and the vinegar and a cup of coffee, I feel like I'm in high speed times two. I'm rocking and rolling, feeling unbelievable amount of energy. Yeah, I already ate my boiled eggs, but I'm feeling unbelievable. I did go to bed hungry though last night. It was all I could do not to hop in my car and go get junk food. But I just went to bed at 8 o'clock last night. I laid there at 8 o'clock. I turned on Netflix. I don't remember what I was watching and I fell asleep. Some damn movie. I don't know what it was. Kind of sucked. I fell asleep. The when I watch Netflix, it's a sleeping aid. I never watch a whole movie. I think it plays in the background, then I fall asleep until it turns off. My Netflix is free, or I wouldn't have it. It sucks bad. I hate that it's regionally based. People in America tell me about a movie, then I look for it, and it's not in my damn Netflix. I can't find it. That really sucks. The eggs don't, they really give me power. I like to have a TV on while I sleep because I can't sleep when it's too quiet. Really, I'm the opposite. I sleep better when it's like total silence. But a lot of people, Chris, do sleep with the TV on, even if they're not watching it. The white noise of a TV is relaxing. There's a white noise hum that helps you sleep. So it's a natural thing. A lot of people are like that. I would say you're 100% grade A normal, especially for men. The TV is a sleep aid. You know what? I rewatched Breaking Bad, the whole series. Jesus Christ, it took 2, 3 days. I use fans to do this. Yeah, the fans do the same thing. It took. Whoop, uh, I'm watching my beard grow, and I'm noticing it's starting to puff out here. I don't. Do I want it to be puffy or do I want it to be focused? Big thought. See how it turns out. Glass of wine does it for you, does it? I had 2 glasses of red wine at the Italian restaurant in Bahrain. It made me sleep okay, but I woke up with a cotton mouth. So that's why I don't want to drink. I woke up with a dry mouth. I had some California Merlot. It was really nice tasting with the Italian dinner. It went really well with the dinner. I really can't complain. It made that dinner 5 star, but I'm not much of a drinker, so your face may be good to grow down, not out. I hope it grows down. I hate it when a beard grows out. Let's see how it goes. And I'm not trimming the mustache either. I'm kind of pushing it to the side. I used to get it trimmed here and right here, but now I'm just letting it grow and keep pushing it aside. We'll see how that turns out. Boy, I like a nice shaved haircut. There's nothing better than a good barber shop. I like a clean cut barber shop. That barber shop is a miracle. I'm sitting here looking at the hairline. That's not bad. Handlebar mustache. I don't know. We'll see how it blends in. I'm not into the whole Western handlebar thing. You've seen my uncle who's the rancher. He's got the handlebar stuff. He looks like Wild Bill Hickok. I haven't shown his picture in a long time. I don't even know where it is. I got a uncle who looks like Wild Bill Hickok. He got the mustache, the big old beard, the leather cowboy shit. He's 100% cowboy, farm guy. Am I going to color it? No, I don't color my hair. Whatever my color is natural is what it'll be. I don't do the whole color thing. Yeah, I'm not a color person. I don't care if it's gray, blue, and green. Whatever color comes out, it comes out. I'm more into being just natural. I'm only into grooming, not coloring. I need to get ready for work, I guess. Give me a second. I need to get my work clothes ready so we can get out of here. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? All my friends have Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my life with no help from my kin. Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Oh Lord, won't you buy me that Mercedes Benz? Ah, perfect run of yellow. Yeah, I know I got to do that. That was my thin white cotton socks. The shirt is creased. I like a well creased and iron shirt every day. Shit. I should have bought two pair of these shoes. These are the best shoes I've ever had. This is like a casual black leather business shoe. This sucker is so comfortable. I don't remember the brand name. I thought it was Skechers, but there's some type of Italian leather. Size 44. What size is 44 in American? What size is a 44? Does anybody know? Is that 11 or 10? What size is 44? Ah, wash my hands off with a little Windex. Am I weird or what? I don't want oil on my hand. Ah, Windex. Get all my doodads and gadgets ready for work. I gotta change glasses for driving. Okay, folks, we're gonna hang up the YouTube for now. I will be going to work on Twitch. Wait, let's have a vote. Twitch or Kick? I'm waiting for the votes to come in. Then we'll decide what we do. Are we doing Twitch or Kick on the way to work? Tell me about it. What do you want to do, Twitch or Kick? Any idea? Twitch or Kick? Let me know about it. Comments are not coming up. Do we have a problem? There is no comments. No comments. Why is there no comments? All right. I'm going to go live on Twitch. Damn. People already sending messages out this morning. Son of a bitch. I don't need messages this early. See you guys on YouTube. There's no comments. I'll be on Twitch in a few minutes on the way to work. See you soon. Don't know what happened to comments.